Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a movie review for Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn, aka the longest movie title ever since Doctor Strangelove, also a Warner Brothers movie. I'm actually going to be reviewing the movie while I drive my car because I'll explain in a minute. I've always wanted to try this, but yeah, I'm going to be driving. So it's kind of dark out right now. It's 11:30 at night, so bear with me. I'm sure as I, head out there on the road, there's going to be lights and stuff that hit me. But anyways, here we go. So long story short, I actually saw the movie last night at an early screening, which I will explain that story later in the review. I actually don't have many spoilers for the movie to talk about. I don't even think I'm going to have a spoiler section, to be honest, because there's not really anything to discuss as far as spoilers go, at least for me. Anyways, bear with me. Anyways, so I actually saw the movie last night because I'm recording this on, what's today? Thursday night. And the movie obviously came out a couple hours ago. Like I said, I was able to see it early, and I will explain that story later because it was interesting how that went. My first early screening for a movie ever. So for those of you who watch my channel, you know I love Suicide Squad, which isn't the best movie. It's a bad movie, but I really like it. And one of my favorite parts of Suicide Squad is definitely Harley Quinn and Margot Robbie's portrayal. So, needless to say, when this movie got announced and, the posters and the trailers and everything were coming out, I was definitely excited because it had that same sort of feel as Suicide Squad, and you could tell that it's going to be very Harley-centric, and Margot Robbie was a producer, and the movie's rated R, so I was very, very, very excited. And I gotta tell you guys, this is my new favorite DCEU movie. And that's not much of an accomplishment because I don't really like the series that much. People who watch my channel, you already know. I'm probably going to do a new ranking video for the movies. But I recently watched Shazam and Aquaman for the first time. And I honestly don't love either movie. Both were solid movies, but they're not very rewatchable in my opinion. Like I don't feel like I'm ever gonna watch them again unless I'm like doing a marathon. You know what I mean? It's sort of the same thing with Man of Steel. Like I'm never gonna watch Man of Steel unless it's part of a marathon. But those movies are a lot better than Man of Steel. I will say that. I did like Shazam a little more than Aquaman. But anyways, yeah. So I recently watched those, and like I said, they were okay. But still, my favorite was Suicide Squad. Even though that movie's a mess, I still like it. I love the soundtrack. I love a lot of the characters. But I see this movie, Birds of Prey, as like Suicide Squad done very much better. Like, done way better. Done with care, done with patience. Yeah. So, I honestly don't have like any complaints with this movie. Like I love this movie. The action was fantastic. It was funny. The characters were great. There was a lot of great character development too with a lot of them. A lot of them got a lot of screen time. The only one that didn't get a lot of screen time was Huntress, which is Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She did get decent amount of time, but as compared to everybody else, not as much. Yeah, that's honestly my only one little complaint with the movie is that she didn't get enough screen time, even though she was a cool character. But that kind of works with how her character is anyway. She's sort of like the dark, mysterious one. But anyways, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you take this movie for what it is, there's like nothing wrong with it, really. It is a sort of just dumb popcorn movie. But it's not like totally dumb, you know what I mean? Like there's some sort of substance there. And what I love about it too is that the R rating helps. Like it's not a super gritty movie like Logan or Joker or anything like that, but it does give the movie an edge that definitely works with it. And I gotta say, the best part about it being rated R is Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, because that really boosted the villain and gave the movie, like I said, an edge. So the movie didn't need to be rated R, but I really love the fact that they went there. And I loved it. He was great as the villain. He was super into the role. And yeah, I gotta say too, my favorite part of the movie, no spoilers, but there's a scene that takes place in a police station. The beginning of that part is awesome, and then it cuts away to it, and then comes back to it later. You'll see what I mean. And even when it comes back to it, that part's even better. Like, I love the whole police station sequence, both sequences. Yeah, this movie was super fun. I loved it. I'm actually going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. I know that's pretty high for a rating. It's nothing spectacular, though. You know what I mean? It's not a thought-provoking movie, really. I mean, there's some stuff in it, like I said, some substance, but yeah, Harley Quinn, you know, Margot Robbie owns this role. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of hers or something, or her portrayal. But this and Suicide Squad for me, still my, you know, Suicide Squad's number 2 for me now. But this one is number 1 for me on the DCEU. And, you know, I'm not a huge fan to begin with of the series because it's, you know, it's definitely had its highs and lows. It's very few highs and it's very many lows. But, yeah, I'm not trying to hate or anything because I know a lot of people are fans of it. But, you know, if they keep going in this direction, you know, like I said, Shazam and Aquaman weren't bad. They just weren't for me, really. You know, if they keep going in this direction with the movies being, you know, pretty good, then this series has a chance of, like, I guess you could say competing with Marvel. Yeah. By the way, I don't know how loud it is right now, me driving on the highway here. Anyways, so like I said, 9 out of 10. Now, I'm going to talk about my story of seeing the movie last night. So the reason I'm driving right now is because I need to get to the gym. It's 11:30 at night, and I haven't gone today because I had to work all day today. And when I got home, I took a nap and woke up, and it was like 11 at night. So I'm like, oh my God, I still got to review the movie, and I need to get to the gym. So I might as well review the movie while I'm driving. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hopefully I get this review up before midnight. Anyways, it's not that, you know, it's not a big deal, but still. Yeah, so I saw the movie last night, and I had to drive to Miami to see it, so it was a far drive. By the time I got home, it was like almost midnight, and I had to be at work today, like I said, like really early, so I couldn't review it last night, really. I mean, I could have, but it wouldn't have been wise. I had to get some sleep. So here's the story, right? So I'm scrolling through Instagram one day, and on my personal account, and there's this comic book store that I go to that's local, and, you know, a lot of people know it. And they post this thing that says, like, oh, sign up on WarnerBrotherTickets.com or whatever. You can get early access to see movies early, whatever, or something like that. And they had a thing that said you can see Birds of Prey on Wednesday, February 5th. And I'm like, cool, I'm very excited for this movie, and I would love to see it early. I've never, you know, been in early screening before. I'm not a member of the press or anything like that. So I go on the website, I sign up, and they give you your tickets, but they say it's a first come, first serve kind of thing, right? So whoever shows up first gets to go into the theater. So I'm like, all right, I'll just show up early or whatever. So I get a thing that lets 2 people go. So there's 2 tickets, one for me and one for my sister, who wants to see the movie also. So me and my sister, I drive us to Miami, which is like already a 40-minute something drive. It's not a pleasant drive either. Let me reiterate that. If you live in Florida, you know, or South Florida, whatever. So we drive like 40 minutes to get there. And we get there early or whatever. We hang around the mall for a bit, whatever. It's at Aventura Mall, if you're wondering. And we get there early, we're in line, yada, yada, yada. The thing's supposed to start at 7:30. And we notice certain people are being let into the theater for some reason. We're like, what is going on? They're like letting people in early for some reason, and they're making us stand in line. I don't know what the deal is. And then some woman comes out, she announces, oh, if you if you got your early access tickets through DC Comics, I don't know how that works, you can come in the theater now, but anybody else, you got to stay in line and wait. And we're just like, okay, whatever. So we're literally standing in line for over an hour, and then she comes over and says, oh, by the way, the theater might be overbooked. So we've had reservations with other, like, I don't know how it works, but apparently they had 50 seats that were reserved. And then all of a sudden, we're just like, what? And she's like, there's a chance that none of you might not see the movie. and we're just all standing there like, are you kidding me? But we're me and my sister are pretty close to the front of the line, so we're kind of not worrying, but at the same time we're just like, what the hell? So yeah, so she's like, there's a chance you might not come in, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is going on? And then she leaves or whatever. This thing was so unorganized, it's not even funny. So I'm like literally pulling out my phone, Googling how many seats are in a movie theater. And by the way, the movie was in IMAX. We didn't know this. We actually went into an IMAX theater to see it. So that was a nice surprise, but still, they didn't tell us anything. They didn't tell us jack shit. So, I'm literally sitting there on my phone Googling how many seats in the theater. Oh my God, like what's going on right now? Like, do screenings have trailers because the movie's gonna start soon? And she's like, oh, you might get in right as the movie's starting. And I'm like, what is going on? We're gonna miss part of the movie. I'm at the gym now, finally. So this thing is like super unorganized. Let me turn the light on, might as well now. Anyways, this video is super unorganized also. Yeah, so it was sort of a nightmare. I can't put into words how unorganized it was. And we don't hear from her for like another 20 minutes. And literally like at 7:30, as the movie's about to start, she comes out, okay, 20 of you can come in. You're going to sit in the second row. Literally, we had to sit in the second row. So we kind of had to like, you know, our necks were hurting at the end of it. But I was able to see the full screen, so it wasn't horrible. It just took a little while to adjust. And then 20 of you can sit in the front row. But the rest of the theater is full. And apparently an IMAX theater holds like 200 people, supposedly. So I don't know where her 50 number came from, because literally everything except for the first 2 rows was full, like when we got in there. And I was just like, how is this thing so unorganized like this? Literally, the line we were standing in must have had like 50 people, I'm assuming. No, probably more, actually. And all of them had to go home. Like, she only took the 40 people that I mentioned. 20 in the second row, 20 in the front row. Thankfully, me and my sister got to go in the second row. But we were just like, really? Like, we've been here, because we got to the mall pretty early, actually, in the day. We were there for a couple hours, and I'm just like, we're not going to be able to see the movie. There's a chance we might not be able to see it. And, like, I did all this driving, and we've been here all day, and I've been planning this for, like, 2 weeks, you know, because I got the tickets, like, 2 weeks ago. So that was a nightmare. And, yeah, if I ever become a member of the press, I will definitely be grateful, because being just a regular person in line like that was not a pleasant experience. So that experience was like a 1 out of 10 for me, but the movie was a 9 out of 10. So I guess that's a 10 out of 10 total. I don't know how that works. No, 10 out of 20, whatever. Yeah, but I love the movie, and seeing it was not pleasant, really, but I'm just glad I got to see it early, and it was an IMAX, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, so like I said, I guess I'll talk a little bit of spoilers. Yeah, so leave the video. I know I said I wouldn't have a spoiler section, but I just thought of something. Yeah, so go see the movie. I absolutely fucking love it, and I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I seriously love this movie. Like, I can't really explain it. Yeah, I don't know, 9 out of 10, that's my rating. So anyways, spoilers. So I just remembered, so no Joker in the movie, obviously, but they did show one shot from behind of like a stand-in, I guess, that was doing a Joker when they were tattooing the guy's face. That was interesting, but I don't know what this series is gonna do, because Robert Pattinson's gonna be Batman. Is he supposed to be like the young Ben Affleck Batman, because it's set in the same universe? But they also recasted Alfred, and they recasted Gordon. I don't know what's going on. And then also, no Joker, I guess. Like, maybe Jared Leto might never come back as Joker. I don't know, because, like, they said he's fired from the series. I don't know, but regardless, I love this movie. And I also just remember, too, Black Mask had a really cool death with the grenade explosion. That was awesome. And I know supposedly Harley Quinn's not even one of the birds of prey in the comics, but the movie, I think, was supposed to set up birds of prey. Like, it's a birds of prey setup and also a Harley Quinn movie at the same time. Because, like, at the end of the movie, she's like, these are the birds of prey. You know, Huntress, Black Canary, and what's her other, Renee Montoya, or whatever her name is. By the way, I didn't really mention the other characters. I really loved all those characters. Like, they were all really cool. In the pickpocketer, what's her name? Starts with a C. I can't remember. Yeah, but anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I just remembered Joker and Black Mask's explosion. Oh, and Zaz. He was really cool in the movie, too. I forgot to mention him. Really intimidating character. Yeah. But anyways, this review is already 15 minutes. It's 11:46. I'm going to try to upload this right now over my 4G or whatever, my LTE. I don't know how it works. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching this review. Hopefully it didn't come out horrible while I was driving the car. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. And thanks for watching this. And let me know what you thought of the movie. What do you give it as a rating? Yeah, I love this movie. I can't wait to own it. And that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.